I need to tell you something that might sound absolutely ridiculous when your world feels like it's falling apart. Everything is working out for your highest good. Yes, even that thing. Even the thing you're stressed about right now. Even the relationship that ended. The job you didn't get. The plan that fell through. The person who betrayed you. I know you want to reach through the screen and shake me right now, but stay with me. By the end of this conversation, you're going to understand why the universe isn't punishing you. It's actually protecting you. Let me guess where you are right now. Something didn't work out the way you planned. Maybe multiple things didn't work out. You're trying so hard to control everything, to make it all happen, to force doors open that keep slamming shut. You're exhausted from pushing, planning, worrying, and wondering what you're doing wrong. You look around at other people who seem to have it all figured out, and you're thinking, why is this so hard for me? Why does everyone else get the easy path? Sound familiar? Here's what I want you to know first. You're not failing. You're not being punished. You're not doing anything wrong. The universe doesn't have favorites, and it's not sitting up there with a checklist deciding who deserves good and who doesn't. What's actually happening is so much more beautiful than you realize, but you can't see it yet because you're too busy trying to control the outcome. Your core challenge, and this is big, so pay attention, is that you believe you know what's best for you. You've decided exactly how your life should look. Exactly when things should happen, exactly who should be in it, and exactly how it should all unfold. And when reality doesn't match your plan, you panic. You think something's gone wrong. But here's the truth that's going to set you free. You're looking at a tiny piece of a massive puzzle, and the universe can see the whole picture. Think about it this way. Imagine you're reading a book, but you can only see one sentence at a time. That one sentence might seem confusing, sad, or even terrible. But the author knows the whole story. They know that this difficult chapter is setting up the most beautiful resolution. They know the character needs to go through this to become who they're meant to be. The universe is the author, and you're the character who keeps trying to rewrite the story without knowing where it's going. There's actual science behind this, and it's fascinating. Your brain has something called the recency bias. It gives disproportionate weight to recent events and assumes current circumstances will continue indefinitely. So when something goes wrong, your brain immediately catastrophizes and assumes everything will keep going wrong forever. But when you look back at your life, you can probably see a dozen times when something that felt like the worst thing ever actually led to something amazing. The job you didn't get that devastated you? It probably kept you available for the better opportunity that came later. The relationship that ended and broke your heart? It probably cleared space for the right person or for you to finally work on yourself. The universe has been looking out for you all along. You just couldn't see it in the moment. Let me share something personal. I've had moments in my life where I was absolutely convinced that everything was falling apart. I mean convinced. I thought my life was over. I couldn't see any way forward. And every single time I look back now and think, thank goodness that didn't work out the way I wanted, because what came instead was so much better than what I was clinging to. But I couldn't see it then. I was too busy being terrified and trying to control everything. So let's talk about what trust actually means, because I think we've got it all wrong. Trust doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It doesn't mean being passive or giving up. Trust means doing your part and then releasing your grip on the outcome. It means planting seeds and trusting they'll grow without digging them up every day to check. It means taking action without attachment to exactly how and when the results show up. Here's your first practical step, and I want you to really try this. For the next 24 hours, every time you notice yourself worrying about how something will turn out, I want you to take a breath and say, "This is working out for my highest good, even if I can't see how yet." That's it. You're not pretending to know how it will work out. You're not faking certainty. You're just opening yourself to the possibility that there's a bigger plan at work. Your worry is like picking up a rope and having a tug of war with the universe. This practice helps you put the rope down. Second step, start looking for evidence that the universe has your back. Get a journal, call it your evidence journal if you want to be official about it. Every day, write down one thing that worked out better than you planned. or one time you were protected from something you didn't even know was coming, or one moment where things fell into place in a way you couldn't have orchestrated. Train your brain to notice the support that's already there, because what you focus on expands. If you focus on everything going wrong, you'll find more evidence of that. If you focus on how you're being supported, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Third, release the timeline. Oh, this is a big one. You've decided when things should happen. I should be married by now. I should have that promotion by now. I should have figured out my purpose by now. Says who? Who made that timeline? The universe doesn't wear a watch, sweetheart. Divine timing is real, and it's rarely on your schedule. What if everything is happening exactly when it's supposed to? What if the delays are actually divine protection? What if you're not ready yet for what you're asking for, and life is lovingly giving you time to prepare? Here's a practice that changed my life. At the end of each day, instead of reviewing everything that went wrong or didn't happen yet, ask yourself this question. What if today unfolded perfectly, even if I didn't like how it felt? Just sit with that. What if the traffic jam saved you from an accident? What if the canceled plans made space for something you needed more? What if the rejection was redirection? When you start looking at your life through this lens, everything shifts. Fourth step, practice surrendering the how. You can have desires. You can have goals. You can take action. But the moment you attach to exactly how it has to happen, you limit the universe's ability to surprise you with something better. I'll give you an example. Maybe you want a relationship. You can desire that. You can work on yourself, put yourself out there, be open. But the moment you decide it has to be that specific person, in that specific way, by that specific date, you've just closed 1,000 other doors the universe was trying to open for you. Say what you want, but add this or something better and mean it. Now, let's talk about the hardest part, the waiting, the in-between. The time when you've done everything you can and nothing seems to be happening. This is where most people lose faith. This is where you start thinking you're doing something wrong, or the universe forgot about you. But this is actually the most important time. This is where the transformation happens. Seeds don't grow overnight. Butterflies don't emerge from cocoons in 5 minutes. You're in the becoming phase, and it's sacred. Don't rush it. During the waiting time, your job is not to force or control. Your job is to stay open, take inspired action when it comes, and trust the process. How do you know if action is inspired or forced? Inspired action feels exciting, even if it's scary. Forced action feels heavy and desperate. Inspired action comes from trust. Forced action comes from fear. Learn the difference. I also want you to start paying attention to what's falling away from your life. We always focus on what we're not getting, but what about what's leaving? What relationships are ending? What opportunities are closing? What old patterns are being disrupted? Usually, the universe is clearing space. It's removing what no longer serves you to make room for what's meant for you. But you're so busy mourning what's leaving that you're missing the gift in the goodbye. Here's something else. The universe speaks in whispers before it speaks in shouts. Those little nudges, those intuitive hits, those gentle redirections, pay attention to them. When you ignore the whispers, life has to get louder. That's usually when things fall apart in ways that force change. But if you learn to listen to the subtle guidance, the transitions can be so much gentler. Meditate, get quiet, ask for guidance, then listen. Not for a booming voice from the sky, but for the quiet knowing in your heart. Let me give you a framework that helps. Think of your life like a river. You can either swim against the current, which is exhausting and gets you nowhere, or you can learn to float and let the current take you where you need to go. Floating doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the direction while you paddle gently to avoid the rocks. You're participating, but you're not fighting. That's the sweet spot. That's where miracles happen. And please, stop comparing your journey to everyone else's. Social media has convinced you that everyone else is living their best life while you're struggling. That's a lie. Everyone is fighting battles you know nothing about. Everyone has moments of doubt and fear. Everyone wonders if they're on the right path. The difference is some people have learned to trust the process and some people are still trying to control everything. Be the person who trusts. Now here's your challenge, and I want you to actually do this. Think of one situation in your life right now that feels wrong or stuck or frustrating. Just one. Got it? Good. Now I want you to write down this statement and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. I trust this situation is unfolding for my highest good, even though I can't see the full picture yet. I release my need to control the outcome, and I open myself to divine guidance and support. Read it every morning. Read it every time fear creeps in. Let it become your new default thought pattern. Also, start saying thank you before you see the results. Thank you for the job that's coming. Thank you for the healing that's happening. Thank you for the relationship that's being prepared. Thank you for the doors that are opening. Thank you for the protection I didn't even know I needed. Gratitude in advance is a powerful statement of trust. It tells the universe, I believe you've got this handled. I want to address something important. Some of you are thinking, but what about the really bad things? What about trauma and loss and tragedy? And I hear you. I'm not saying those things are good or that you should be grateful for suffering. What I'm saying is that even in the darkest moments, you have a choice about what you do with the experience. You can let it destroy you, or you can let it transform you. The universe can't always prevent pain, but it can use pain to help you evolve into the strongest, wisest, most compassionate version of yourself. That's working for your highest good, even when it hurts. So where do we go from here? You have a choice right now. You can keep trying to control everything, keep worrying about every outcome, keep questioning why things aren't happening on your timeline, or you can take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart and say, I trust. I don't know how this will work out, but I trust it will. And then you take one step, just one. Not the whole staircase, one step, and then another, trusting all the way. If this message resonated with you, I want to hear about it. Comment below with one thing you're choosing to trust the universe with today. Just one. Write it down, make it real. And let's create a community of people who are learning to release control and embrace trust. We're in this together. Subscribe to this channel if you want more reminders that you're supported, loved, and guided, even when it doesn't feel like it. Share this with someone who needs to hear that everything is working out for them. Let's spread trust instead of fear. Remember this, the universe is not against you, it never has been. Every closed door, every delay, every disappointment has been gently guiding you toward your highest good. You just couldn't see it because you were looking at the one sentence instead of the whole story. Trust the author. Trust the process. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, becoming exactly who you're meant to be. Everything is working out for your highest good. Say it with me. Everything is working out for my highest good. Believe it, live it. Watch what happens when you do.